Testing, testing, trying this. I'm curious what it'll do to the live stream. Okay, do you still hear me? And her? By the way, hmm Microsoft Edge. By the way, and by the by, this beautifully voiced diva of a vocalist is Wendy Moten. I'm not sure the story behind her. She came out, debut album, self-titled, was 1992. And I think part of the reason, I was just talking to my best friend about this yesterday, that people like her might have been slept on is because, one, the 90s was filled with amazingly talented artists. Two, as I asked him, I was like, you know what else came out in 1992 in addition to her debut album? Wendy Moten's debut album? You know what else came out in 1992? The Bodyguard soundtrack. And I'm like, that was probably the end of it. Kind of like, mm. And this is actually a sad truth, you know, how Mariah Carey's Glitter album, which is actually a great album, if you pay attention to it, if you know anything about the history of that album, it came out September 11th, 2001. So it was one of those things that it was like, yeah, that was just not good timing for an album. Same with Wendy Moten coming out with her album the same year Whitney Houston came out with Bodyguard. Because Bodyguard, it was done. Like, Wendy Moten is amazingly good. And on this album, because I bought the album. Wendy. She's definitely giving strong young Whitney on this album. Plus, strong young Whitney plus. When Whitney Houston came out with Bodyguard, that was the end of it. Like, listen to her. Yeah, she's great. She's she's excellent, you know? Timing. Timing is everything. This album came out the same year Whitney Houston came out with The Bodyguard. And while I was very young in 1992, that was the year I turned 9 years old. You know, that's all there was in 92. SWV came out, but SWV was a different style of music. But when Whitney Houston came out with Bodyguard, like, that was it. She successfully solidified herself. And I forget his name, but the guy who often does, like, he'll do the piano for songs that he wrote and um I want to say produced, but I know it's deeper than that when you're actually using real instruments. But and there's another term for it. But that David Foster, that's it. David Foster actually brought her out one time when she was new, or technically 94. And he was like, this woman is going to be someone amazing. Keep an eye out for her. Her voice is amazing. Unfortunately, I kind of think the deal was sealed again with Whitney Houston's Bodyguard. And okay, so I'm just talking, just spending time. But I realize it's sort of from my perspective because I'm an 83 baby, so I had the whole American Idol craze as a part of my growing up, and I realized because of the American Idol craze, people are like, if this person can sing really well, like this other person who can sing really well, then they get all the credit for being able to sing really well, and that's it. They've sold us. You know? I don't know what that is in the upper corner of the screen. I'm not a big fan of it. But anyway, so yes, people feel like that, and that's part of our millennial generation thing. Because you Generation Xers gave us American Idol to grow up with. You also gave us Will and Grace. Thank you. Um, uh, in the 90s, when we were very young kids and newborns, and before, it wasn't just about being able to sing like and sound like somebody else. Like, that wasn't enough, you know? And that's why people refer to them as the Trinity. But I know Whitney, Celine, Mariah. And if you think about the three of them, yeah, they're amazing vocalists, and they could all probably, at their height, give each other a run for their money. True. But they all have their own style and sound, you know? And it wasn't like, oh, Celine Dion is so good because she sounds like Whitney Houston. No, Celine Dion is so good because, one, she sings her butt off, and two, she sounds like Celine Dion. It wasn't, oh, Mariah Carey is so good because she sounds like uh, Celine. You know, no, Mariah Carey is good because she's really good. And she can sing and she has her own style. All three of these women have their own style. And as I was talking to my best friend yesterday, I okay, nobody calling on the phone except the Pope maybe in Rome. Anyway, um, yes, Joan Osborne. What a throwback, right? Speaking of the '90s, but yeah. So they all had their own style, their own sound, and it wasn't about one sounding like somebody else. Like, that wasn't good enough. That's great. Again, she's amazing, but I could see people in the 90s being like, who is this woman trying to sound like my Whitney Houston? Wendy Moten. And her name even starts with a W. Anyway. But yeah, no. Um, oh goodness, you guys. Where was I? I know where I was going. I'm gonna talk through this. I don't remember. Anyway, whatever. I know, like, ever since I've been on this Okervis, I've been doing much better with remembering where I was going in conversation, but that doesn't what's the word? Prevent me from ever having a. I hate to use the term brain fog because people use that term with those of us who have the MS diagnosis, and I'm not claiming it. I'm not claiming to sit. None. No. But people say stuff like that, and sometimes I would have times where I would forget where I was going. And I've noticed since I've started taking Ocrevus or getting that infusion, which is now, ever since I've started that, I have been more able to stay on a conversational path without sort of forgetting my reason and purpose for speaking. Anyway, the 90s, Whitney, Celine, Mariah, them. Yes, they all had their own sound. They were wonderful divas. You know, when I watch this on the recap or whatever, I'll probably be like, Aaron, that's what you were trying to say. Why didn't you say it? I don't know. I'm hoping I just talk myself back to it. But oh well. I got some Werther's hard candy. Mmm. Yes. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, yeah, I think that was it. I'll remember it as soon as I click to stop streaming. Stop streaming, start recording, start virtual camera with settings, exit. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to take this time to see if it's actually streaming live because of the wonderful things he does. I am looking into maybe going with Google Enterprise for the videos for our show and recording to. Oh, yeah, let's see if all of that is a part of the stream. See, this is okay. So I'm going to be quiet a moment while I'm doing this. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, so there's some lag, but I'm okay. I'm glad the video is there. Huh. Let me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a good and hard note. Yes. Okay, so I'm using OBS, reacted to a link that I shared. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know, it was a good one. Yes. I know I'm still live, but no, I don't think I can turn off that. Oh, that okay. See, I'm remembering, you guys. I'm remembering. So yeah. Oh, come on. I would love my app to. Okay. I just got a message from somebody that I like, but I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing yet. I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing yet. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, not yet. Keep it a secret. It's a secret. Oh. And I don't want he and I to. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh. I can't reveal too much. I can't. I cannot. Okay. All right, girl. Oh gosh. I like that it asks me to admit somebody. I don't like how it comes up on the screen of the live because that's not cool. I am HO. Yes. Just wonder why. So close to love. Like it was only yesterday. I think I to heaven above. How we came oh so very close to love. You know, something I've been wondering is how the fact that I used to sing a lot and how I no longer have that breath control that I once had from the fact that I would sing all of the time. Like singing would just if I was in a bad mood or anything, just singing would get me out of it. And very okay, I will be honest with you all. Echo, stop, because we're winding down. I'll play that song later. But when I released my debut EP after right at my 30th birthday, well, technically I was 30 in 1 month, and I got like 4 downloads of my free EP. I became like and I did no promotion or anything like that. I thought I would just make one post on Facebook and just be like, "Hey y'all, I have an EP. I bet I can do this." See, that's the whole purpose of this. I'm testing things and talking to you all. Okay, so if I make it full screen, eh, once again or whatever. But when I came out with my debut EP 2013, right after my 30th birthday, and I got 4 downloads. And again, I didn't promote it or anything, but that's because I didn't know anything about the right way to do stuff. And I took these cute photos, like photos in a suit and stuff like that, and I was like, this EP is going to get many plays and spins, and it's going to take me to the next level. 4 downloads. I was quite disappointed in its performance, and I, as a result, oh, okay, so it is showing the record. Wait, no, that's not what this is. Oh, okay. Um, wait. Can I join it again? Oh, okay. That's the Google Meet. Well, what I am trying, no, I would like to see the restream. That's why I'm being live with y'all so long. I think this is super cool that Google Meet does have closed captioning. I'm a big fan of closed captioning. I love script to screen, stuff like that. Okay, so all of this, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want to see this. Anyway, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah. So I remember things, and back to my debut EP from 2013, when it got 4 downloads, I was very disappointed. And honestly, I kind of stopped singing for quite some time. And and this is very important even for the whole MS thing, which is why I keep pushing myself. They say if you don't use it, you lose it. And I didn't want to, well, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I wasn't using my voice, so I kind of lost the voice that I had put so much effort in developing over the years. But interestingly enough, I started attending Oakland's Presbyterian Church. And because I was in the choir in my previous church, but then I stopped being in the choir because, like, standing and stuff. And, well, I had just kind of stopped singing in general. But when I started going to Oakland's Presbyterian Church, as a Presbyterian church, we sing hymns, and everyone in the congregation sings hymns. You open to a certain page and you read the hymn. And I love it, and I noticed that my voice started coming back, and I'm like, oh wow, super cool. It's not fully what it was. Like I used to really have some ups as far as some, not quite a whistle in my adulthood, but even my I almost said mental health counselor. No, I used to have one of those, and I'm trying to get one again. That's why it's so top of mind. But my vocal coach in college was even impressed with my range because she was like, "Yeah, basses can always give you some falsetto," and I was like, "Okay." And she just took me up on the piano. She was like, "Well, hit this note," and I hit it. She was like, "Uh huh." Well, what about this? And I hit it. She was like, "Well, what about?" Grr? And she went way up, and she was like, "Well, I mean, I guess." Anyways, she was super cool. But yeah. Believe it or not, I'm a classical voice minor. But anyway, um, so yeah, I had stopped singing. I remembered where I was going. I had stopped singing. And as a result, I had lost my voice, and that's why my singing her, Wendy Moten, might not be what it would, should, could have been in my adulthood. Because they say your body keeps developing until 25. Hmm, makes me think. But back to the if you don't use it, you lose it thing. Yeah, that's true, you know. Hmm. Like that's part of one of the things that I like about where I live. I currently rent a basement in a house. I do rent a basement and I have my own bathroom, but we share a kitchen and I have to go upstairs to the kitchen. And one thing that I like about that is it forces me to continuously use the steps on a regular basis. Now I'm actually lease is already signed, moving to an apartment, my own apartment in Cuyahoga County, Ohio. My dad's side of the family lives in Cuyahoga. Well, actually they live in Ohio in general. But my apartment in Cuyahoga, it's on the 6th floor, which is a good thing because I will try to force myself to take like a flight of steps on a regular basis. But outside of that, of course, it's an apartment, so it's all on one level. So I won't have to take the steps like I'm about to take when I go upstairs to eat my dinner, you know? So I will miss stuff like that. But, maybe I'll get a dog. I need to get the whole emotional support classification. Um, Although I had one, my previous mental health counselor gave me one for my previous dog who passed away, and I just haven't gotten a new dog since. And my mental health counselor stopped seeing me. She quit. She was like, Aaron, you're too much. And I just am sort of busy and like forcing myself not to think about the yeah, there are things. Anyway, talk to y'all later, social media world. This is a really long thing. I don't know how to get any of this off the screen. Um, and I don't know what's being recorded. See, this should go away when I click off of it. I don't know why it's insisting. Oh, oh, that's not cool. Wait a minute. That is not good at all. So I'm looking at something. Ooh, that won't work. That's not good. No, no, no. Well, I think this video is long enough. Oh my gosh, 30 minutes. Yeah. But yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how much speed. Well, actually 30 minutes. What's another 3? I don't like the fact that the chat window pops up though, because that means that I won't be able to chat to the group while live streaming without live streaming the chat. Like as I'm chatting, oh, well, ba ba ba, to the group, it's gonna pop up in the chat window. And that is not dope, friends. No, N-O. I don't know. We might have to stick with Zoom. See, I'm not gonna lie. I was really into using Google Workspace, but well, the reason I was into using it is because one, it was cheaper, and two, it allowed the fact that I have the domain for versetv.com, it allowed me to create emails for versetv.com. Now, chances are I could actually probably do that through GoDaddy, the domain host, but and that's a relevant point. Maybe. I mean, I also really liked how Google, though, included in this deal was 2 terabytes of Google Drive space. 2 terabytes. While whatchamacallit, Zoom, I am currently on the 1 gigabyte plan. And for those who know the difference between gigabytes and terabytes, terabyte is much more. Anyway, I will have fun reading the captions of this. Yeah, that won't work. I can't do that. No, like to privately chat to the group and then and not even so much to privately chat to the group, but to send a message to the group and then have it displayed on the live stream. Uh-uh. No. I also don't like the way that it changed the size of this. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I might just have to use. Anyway. Talk to y'all later, social media family. Peace and love and light to each and every one of you. Echo, play. Yes, Wendy Moten. Yes, ma'am. You know what's so interesting about life? This song, like, see, now I'm just gonna say I would have been able to hit that note instead of been flat and everything whack had I kept singing. And that might be true. That might be true. I don't know. See, Julie, that's how you say it in Kiswahili. But Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Google. At least I'm not a fan of the way that works currently. I don't know, and it would be such a waste to have to be like, let me talk to you later. Oh, I was gonna tell you all. Okay. Just because this is me just being honest. You know, it's so funny how as you grow up, you get experiences that you can connect to music. And there's for most songs, I won't say most, I don't know most songs, but for many songs, when I hear them and like them, I'm able to connect with them and think about a relationship that I've had that connects with it. Anyway, there's a guy who I think of when I think of this song. They're all guys. Because I'm a homosexual man. But, and I'm comfortable with that now. I used to not be. But I am now. We came oh so very close to love.